Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast. And today we are having a little look at the Dark Pictures store. Now, I've had a look myself. I've seen the offer, 10% off your first order. But Liam has not had a look yet. And we thought we'd use that to our advantage. So we're going to play a little game. The Price is Right. And once we finish that, we'll have a little natter about it afterwards. So, mate, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm glad we're doing this because I've been dying to look at the DPA store and I deliberately haven't so we can do this video. But you know what, like recently, and shout out to Supermassive Games, they gave us a really lovely kind of like shout out lately, or like they used one of our quotes from one of our videos for like, you know, their Instagram promos. So we're in their good books right now and I could completely mess this up by saying they're overcharging on their products. So hopefully everything goes okay.
All right, well, without further ado then, mate, we'll jump into product number 1 on the page, which is the Dark Pictures bomber jacket. So it comes in 7 sizes. How much do you think that is?
Cool, so you sent me the pictures without the prices, so I will reiterate that one. It's just the one product here, right? There's only one bomber jacket up there and it has the DPA skull logo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to jump the gun a little bit, and I know that the other clothing items are a shirt and a hoodie. Now, I imagine the bomber jacket would be the more expensive of the three. So even if I'm wildly wrong, I might be able to kind of like use that to my advantage. Okay, so I mean, bands and stuff when you go to concerts can charge you anywhere from like like the 30 to 50, 35 pound margin just for a shirt. So I'm thinking naturally I'm going to go on the pricier end. DPA, I mean, I feel they're a business. I feel like this might be the high ticket item on the store potentially. So I'm just going to snipe, mate, with a little bit of a ludicrous figure. I reckon they're probably charging us like maybe, I want to say somewhere between 60 and 70. I'm going to say, are we going in sterling, by the way? Are we doing this for the Brits here?
Yeah, this is in pounds, yeah. British pounds, yeah.
I'm going to say £75.
£75. Okay. Yes, you were wrong.
Okay.
The actual price is £134.
At Supermassive Games, we love you. That's a very reasonable price. Jesus Christ, Supermassive Games, we're not made of money. Jesus Christ, 135. Right. Jesus Christ, right, I've already fuck that. Like...
So yeah, guys, me and Liam have spoke, and we have decided to introduce a third tier to our Patreon.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh gee, we'll buy us, mate. We could have a little chat after this, mate.
In no way is that related to the DPA store. we are moving on to the Dark Pictures hoodie. So as you can see, again in 7 sizes, it looks like it's all in black, and you've got the little symbols there, the compass, the doll, the eclipse, and is that like a compass or something from The Devil in Me? I can't quite work that out, but yeah, mate, what do you think?
Okay, right. Well, I think it's got to be significantly less than the hoodie, right? If they're charging 134 or whatever you said, a number I can't even count that high for the bomber jacket, then I have to think about what price I'd market the shirt at, and I think the hoodie would be closer to the shirt price than it would be the jacket price, to be honest. Because I imagine the jacket is probably like a sturdier material, probably last you longer. So I'm going to say the hoodie, I mean, maybe it's going to be, I'm going to say it's like, I'm going to go £60 for the hoodie, mate.
Ooh, very good guess, mate. Very good guess. It's £58.
Oh, I'll take that. I'm actually, okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. I needed a fail to kind of work out what we're dealing with here to kind of get the field out, you know. Okay, cool. I'll take that.
Nah, very good. All right, so we move on to the next product, which is the Dark Pictures Obols sticker collection. So I'm having a look here. There's a few a few skulls on here. There's the DPA logo in a couple of different ways. Yeah, so mate, what do you think on that one?
What is this? So we're looking at Oval's sticker collection. So it's like I imagine that's like an A4 sheet and you just peel the stickers off, right?
I assume so. I can't. Let me click on it and see if there's anything else going on that it says here. Add some Dark Pictures flair to your gear with this sticker sheet. Each design features 3 centimeters printed on white vinyl and finished with either a matte or glossy laminate for extra durability. There's 12 designs and they're perfect for decorating laptops, notebooks, phone cases, or wherever basically.
So naturally, it's got to be less than the hoodie, surely, because at the end of the day, they're giving you an A4 sheet with some stickers on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the stickers look brilliant. I like the designs. I'm sure a lot of people are going to accessorize their like clothes, their rooms, their bags, with that kind of thing. So you know what? I'm gonna say it. I reckon this is gonna be like 15 quid. Why not? Let's just go 15.
Again, pretty close, mate. It's actually 9 quid.
Okay, you know what? That's actually a really good price. Fair play.
Under a tenner. Under a tenner. Yeah, so there we go. Now, we come to the thing that I think most of us would love to have, to be honest. I certainly would. But as of now, it's currently sold out, and that is the Curator Diorama, lad. How much do you think that is? Now, it looks like you get the Curator, the desk, everything on the desk, the little chair he sat on. Yeah, just everything in that picture, mate. So what do you think?
You know what? I'm so stumped as to whether this is going to be more or less than the bomber jacket, because to be honest, like, it's sold out and I can see why. It looks incredible and I agree. I think we would both love to have this. If it got sold out, I'm like, is that because the price was fairly low and people snapped it up? Or was it because it's like really difficult to make, so there's not many of them, hence why they sold out so quickly? It's quite a limited item, thus it's actually quite expensive. Price-wise, we could literally be talking anything here. Do I think they would charge more than 134? I'm gonna say,
maybe this will help sway. It's hand painted.
Oh, okay, you know what, mate? I was going lower, but you said that, I'm going higher. I was thinking I was going to fire 80, but now that you've said that, because it's hand-painted, we're probably going higher than 134, because someone's going to have to individually, or not people going to have to individually paint that one. I will say 160.
I think I screwed you over there, mate. Sorry.
Oh, wait, really? Okay, so... I mean, I've locked 160 in, but like, if you say 80, I'm going to be proud of myself, because that was kind of like my instinct.
Yeah, honestly, you were very close for your original guess, because the price is £89.
89. I mean, 89, you know what? If that's hand-painted and you get all the other items with it, because I know you've got your bookcase, that would look sick on that. Like, if you were streaming and in the background you had that going on. Fair play. I mean, yeah, like 89. I mean, it still is a lot of money, but like you're getting quality with that, and you're getting something that's going to last, you know, a long time. So yeah, fairly good that one, mate.
And there was 24 available. You think if you were to get like the 10 quid off or the 10% off, you know, you'd bring that down, wouldn't you, to like 80 quid? So yeah, but there we go. Moving on. So now we've got some posters, mates. We've got the Little Hope poster, Man and Madame poster, the House of Ashes poster, the Devil in Me poster, and then a poster of all the games together. It's all the same price, so what do you think it is for each of them?
Yeah, does it give you any specification as to like the material? Is this just like an A4 like piece of paper that you can kind of put in a frame maybe? Do you know if this is like a paper poster?
It's A2.
A2.
A2, it's silk paper.
Oh.
High quality paper, a digital print, crisp details, and lasting colours.
Okay, right. So my initial thought was it was going to be like A4, and I'm thinking slightly above the stickers, but A2 is a hefty bit of paper. That's a pretty big deal you've got there for a high quality print. I reckon it's probably going to be more expensive than the stickers, not as expensive as the hoodie. So I want to go between 15 and 60, and I'm just going to fire at you. I'm going to say like 25. I reckon it's like 25 quid maybe.
Again, you're not far off. 18 quid.
18 is a really good price for that poster. Damn.
Is.
I'm not really a poster guy myself, but like if you are, that's bang for your buck. That.
Yeah, and to be honest, I like all of them. Like I'm looking through them now. They look like those classic sort of movie posters, but obviously, you know, for the games. Like, you know, when I eventually have my little man cave, like when I buy a house, who knows? I may well be visiting the DPA store to get some of these. But yeah, so we're now moving on to like the final product, mate. It's like 4 t-shirts again. Little Hope, House of Ashes, Man of Medan, Devil in Me. Plain black t-shirts with the symbols on them. It's all the same price. It comes in 7 sizes. How much do you think of the t-shirts?
Okay, so I mean, naturally, it's got to be less than the hoodie, right? And the bomber jacket. So if the hoodie was 58, it has to be less than 58. It's going to be more than the stickers. It's clothing. It's going to be more than the posters. So it's got to be somewhere between 18 and 54 based off of... hang on, what was 89? Oh, that was the curator thing. Okay, yeah, it's not going to be... So I'm going to say a shirt. I'm just going to say, like, when I go to concerts and stuff, shirts usually sell at 30. So I'm just going to say 30 quid.
Yeah, mate, 32 quid.
32. Okay, fair play. Nice.
32 quid. So obviously that concludes all what's on the DPA store so far. Just to reflect, to be honest, for me, I would be less interested in the clothes anyway. So it sort of works for me. Like, I love the posters. The diorama thing, it is a shame that there's not more of them, but I can understand why, and I imagine I can understand also why they've gone so quickly. But yeah, mate, I mean, I suppose what's your sort of initial takes from all that, like the pricing and, you know, obviously the products that are on there?
Jesus Christ, you know what? I've just gone in and I've only just seen the Man of Medan shirt with the Duke of Milan diving tips. That looks really cool. I really like the little... Sorry, mate, I'm just seeing the shirts for the first time. God, it looks higher quality than on the website than it does. Sorry, mate, what was your original question? I've got the website up now, so...
Like, what's your general thoughts on the products on offer and, you know, the pricing and just the whole idea in general, I guess?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a materialistic person. I don't really buy many things. Like, you know, I've always been really bad at treating myself, to be honest. So naturally, I wouldn't really buy much anyway. But for people that do buy this kind of stuff, it looks really good. The quality, I like the unique designs. Like, I just thought they were gonna pretty much have a shirt. They were gonna stick like the game wallpaper art that you would get on, like, say, you know, like the disc covers or whatever, and just whack it on a t-shirt. But they've got some really cool designs. Like, if I was to buy a t-shirt, I'd actually probably get the Little Hope Diner. I really like the Route 36 one with like the kind of the neon diner sign there. So it looks really good, and like the prices I would say are quite fair, other than the bomber jacket. But you know what, I'll excuse them, they've got to make money. So yeah, no, honestly, a nice kind of variety of products here, mate. Would you, if you was to get any of the clothing items, Jack, which one would you buy?
It's got to be the hoodie, isn't it? I think it's got to be the hoodie, because at least you've then got all of them in one. I'd feel like if you was to get one of the t-shirts, I mean, to be fair, like, if maybe, I mean, I do champion the Devil in Me as like the best one that they did, right? However, the gap isn't so massive where I'd be like, oh, you know, it would be great to have the others as well. So I think I'd have to go for the hoodie, mate. At least you've then got all 4 symbols from the game. I think Is that, I don't know if that's like a little trademark thing. I think you got like the Supermassive logo at the bottom there as well. So I'd probably pick that, mate, in terms of clothing items. But like I said before, I think I'd lean more towards like your dioramas and your posters.
Yeah, for sure. Because Little Hope's my least favourite game out of the 4 DPAs that we have so far. But funny enough, it's my favourite T-shirt design. I just think I'd steer clear of most of them for the sense that they're all only in one colour. I would like to see them introduced in a variety of colours there, because I am trying to kind of reduce my black clothing, I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to be more colourful and positive with my wardrobe, so I would like to see a lot of this in white or like maroons or something. But nonetheless though, that is cool. But I do agree with you, out of the posters, mate, which one would you get?
Oh, I really like all of them, you know. I think the one that pulls me in the most is actually the bottom one with all the games, because I like the different colours. I like the sort of the cold blue of Medan. Then you've got sort of like the warm orangey red for that Little Hope, you know, from the house fire. There's just a lot going on with them. However, like the thing that I do love about the individual posters is almost like you've got like the cast written along the bottom, like it is from like a movie. And I do like those sort of movie posters. You know, I've considered that getting for certain movies that I love. You know, it's actually genuinely a tough call, mate. But I think I'd probably plunder for the bottom one with all of them in it. What about you?
I think House of Ashes is the laziest one. I do like the All Hell Breaks Loose, but the font is just too Quarry-esque for me. I quite like the other 3 more. And I think I'd lean to Man of Medan. I think the Sailor Girl scene is one of the best scenes in Man of Medan. You've got kind of like the claustrophobic hallway on the ship, you know, with I think Brad, that is, with a torch. I think that one looks the best. So I'd go Little Hope's shirt, but I'd go Man of Medan poster, to be honest, mate. I like the fact it looks like something you'd see if you walked into a cinema and that was like the movie poster they throw at you on the way in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Would you say, is there anything like, I mean, first of all, like, you know, do you endorse like the DPA store? But if you do, like, is there anything in particular that you'd be itching to get? Like, if there's any products, maybe, you know, maybe Supermassive are listening. Is there anything that you'd be like, oh my God, if they did that, I'd have to buy it?
Yeah, well, you know what, mate? I'm scrolling down here to this curator model, and it looks fantastic. And it is a shame it is sold out, because this is something I'd generally be really curious in getting. But you know us, mate. We're Dr. Hill people. I would love to see this a Dr. Hill model with like some of like the knickknacks he has on his desk as he deteriorates, getting kind of like, you know, like maybe like the planks boarding up the window. You could do something with that. So yeah, if there was a Dr. Hill model that they sold, I'd be all over that in a heartbeat, mate.
Yeah, I think the only potential issue with that though is that I think don't Sony own Until Dawn?
Do.
Supermassive, because I think it would be strictly Dark Pictures then, wouldn't it? But I get what you mean. I do like the little models. Heck, even if they did a book, you know, where it talked about like behind the scenes production about the games, interviews with the, you know, the cast and stuff like that, I'd be lapping that up as well.
Yeah, also like storyboards of some of like the early art concepts, because we've seen some, haven't we? They're really fascinating to look at. So I'm with you. I would fully get a book that had that kind of stuff in there, mate.
Yeah.
But no, that's really cool. Like, obviously, in terms of the game, I'm really happy with how close I was with a lot of it. I completely messed up the first one, but you know what? Hey ho, I'm sure that bomber jacket has good quality, and it's just really nice because obviously the games are taking a while to come out, so it kind of just satiates, you know, us fans, our appetites a bit more, and you know, I'm sure a lot of our fans and maybe even us are going to enjoy having posters in our room and like hoodies to kind of like, you know, endorse and wear. So yeah, I think it's just a really cool thing they've done this, to be honest, mate. And yeah, I'm happy that I can finally look at the store, and never know, maybe in the future, lad, you'll see some of these items on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, the little game at the beginning, but yeah, just a little general peruse round the DPA store, and you'll have to keep an eye on it. Hopefully there's more bits and pieces that come out in the future as well, especially with Directive 8020 next year. So thanks for listening, guys, and we will see you in the next one.
See you in the future, guys.